Hi guys, this is Tuti Gogia. In case you are listening this voice for the very first time, you can go check out my social media handles. And this is season 4 of Stuti Speaks. And today I have a very special guest with me whose name is Tanvi. So first of all, thank you Tanvi for saying yes for the podcast. And I know Tanvi is currently studying. So first of all, thank you for taking out time. I know student life is very difficult with a lot of things. She's currently studying in UK, doing her post graduation in psychology from University of Nottingham. If I'm not wrong, you can pronounce this better if I have not done that. We connected via Nishtha. Many people who know me know Nishtha as well. So thank you, Nishtha, for connecting us. So, in this podcast, we'll talking about the various things, psychology, therapy, how she chose this field or this area. So, मैं बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं बोलती. Let me pass it on to you, Tanvi, and थोड़ा सा intro दे दो, and we'll take the conversation from there.
Okay, so hi Stuti, thank you so much for having me. It's totally my pleasure to be here. And basically, just to give an intro, as you said, I am from University of Nottingham. I'm going to complete my masters in this September, and this is a conversion course. So I was not from a psychology background. I switched to psychology, and the reason was basically I felt like I need to do something more meaningful with my life and something that basically gives me like that keeps me grounded as well. Like, I'm doing something not just for myself, like it's a purposeful vocation. So that's what I was hoping for with this. And I am currently writing my dissertation, which I have conducted with my team. I've conducted like experiment with kids, and basically that experiment was on how children perceive like reading choices and whether they prefer positive emotions, or because children are so curious about things, so will they prefer negative emotions, because that might be a thing. So, and there was a gap in literature, so I chose this topic just to see what kids prefer reading. And these were like very adorable little 4 to 11 year olds, and it was a lot of fun. It was a great week I had, like experimenting, and I learned so many things from children. So that's what I wanted to do initially as well. Like when I pursued psychology, I wanted to work with kids, and hopefully in the future as well, I get to work with kids. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I'm originally from Delhi, and now I'm in Nottingham, and I'm hoping to stay here.
Great, great. Uh, I mean, good to know more about you. Thanks for telling that. So, हम थोड़ा सा पीछे जाते हैं. Your Delhi journey, like why you opted this course, and before that, इससे पहले क्या करा था, and then what changed and how you opted for it.
Okay. So I came out of school with really good marks. I got into a lot of good colleges in DU. I got into I mean I had like really good marks. I was like very confident about what I wanted to do, and I would just like take up any course, but it didn't matter, but I just had to pursue makeup because I was so passionate about it since the first time I applied makeup that I was like, okay, you know what, that's the career I've chosen for myself. And I don't care what degree I pursue now, it doesn't really matter. And my parents had already told me that, see, you get good marks, and after that, it's on you, whatever career you want to pursue. So my parents were really, really supportive in that sense. And yeah, I was like, sure, I'll just choose like some degree to go along with career. And it had no, I chose English honors. And that too I didn't pursue initially because my mom was like, yeah, you know what, I am not the kind of parent who's going to force you to go to college just to get a fucking degree.
Mm,
But
that's okay. Yeah.
just to
Yeah,
get
yeah, yeah.
a
Go ahead, go
name
ahead.
on a degree. But you
Mm.
can actually, do whatever you want to. So I went for a diploma. I got a diploma from Pearl Academy in fashion media makeup. And I had these big goals and dreams of like being like a makeup artist in the media. Like I'll do like fancy makeups and fantasy makeups, and I was going to fashion shows to do makeups, and the world was just like I could consume it all, and it was never going to be enough. And I was having so much fun. But then it kicked in, like after the course ended, after an year of all that jazz and everything, and the glamour of that world ended, it came crashing down on me that now I have to make money in this because I've actually chosen this myself. And I am invested. I have a kit ready. I have the skills. I have everything. Now I need to put myself out there. So I started Instagram. I started trying to get work. And as a 18-year-old, it's hard for brides to trust you. So yeah, I was getting shoots and all because I think I had the talent for that. And I even had the talent for bridal makeup because bridal makeup is sort of easier than fashion makeup, but still, whatever, there was a journey in that in its own sense, right? But there was no money in shoots. So I was like, you know what, I'll do bridal makeups. And brides don't trust an 18-year-old to do your makeup, and it's rightfully so. I mean, I wouldn't either. I would think twice. But so it was basically like a tussle, like, oh, should I go after money or should I go after like my talent and what I actually want to do? And there was this like dooming sense, like, oh, nothing's gonna work out for me. So for 1 year, like, I had the worst year. Like 2019 was really bad for me because of this. It was bad on my mental health. After you've seen such highs of all the fashion shows and, oh my god, Abu Jani Sandeep Khosla shows and this show and that show, to just nothing, no work, and you're just like, and the work that you're getting is not making you happy. So I was very sad and everything, but suddenly an opportunity came to me, and I got hired as a trainer at a very big company, and that opportunity just like came to me like on its own in 2020, and I started working there 2020 or 2021, I don't know. So I started working there as a trainer and had a great salary. I had everything going for me. I even did bridal makeups during that time as a freelancer. So financially, I was doing pretty well for a 21 year old. Like, I was happy with everything. But again, like 1 year into that job, I was, even after everything I wanted, I got all of it. Now I get to be creative as well, and I'm getting money also. And still, there was something like this dooming feeling wasn't leaving me alone at all. And I was like, why is it not going? Now I have everything. Like, what else does a 20-year old want? And then I thought about it, and it hit me that the thing that I was actually looking for was those like 2-3 minutes of happiness that I see on someone's face when I've done a good job, and they're like, oh my god, you did so well. And that validation thing that kicked in. But it faded so quickly each and every time that I could never like encompass it forever. I don't have it in
Mhm.
me to do that. And I was just lost then because without that validation I was nothing. So
Mhm.
I really talked to myself. I sat myself down, and I was having issues at that job which were not nice, whatever. I was not, you 20-year-old gets like shoved around a lot at corporates.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, those things I don't want to get into, but I was anyways going to leave that job. But I was like, now what do I do? So I quit that job. I started working on myself. I was like, maybe, just maybe, I just need to get out of Delhi itself. That's how it started. That I'll leave Delhi. I'll go. My best friend lives in Bombay. I was like, oh, I'll go there. And then I was like, what will you do in Bombay? Do you want to do makeup? Because I had opportunities there as well. But I didn't want to do makeup anymore. I just did not. I knew that if I did makeup, it'll again be temporary. So I just did not. I wasn't getting it. I was like, what am I missing? So it just, I think I was just talking to someone, and I think it was my best friend or someone, I don't even remember, but they just said that maybe you should stop looking at it as like, oh, the ikigai concept of, oh, does it fulfill all your needs, and just look at as what you want. And what I always wanted to do was to create change in people's lives and like help people, and that satisfaction of being like, oh no, I helped this person on a real level, not just on a superficial level that for 2 minutes they were happy when I did their makeup. I actually want to make people happy. And I was like, the only way I can do it is through psychology, but it's too late for me because I've majored in English. And then I did some research, and not in India, but in England, here in UK, there are courses where you can transition to psychology even after not having a background in it. So I switched my careers, I applied, I got in, I even got a 50% scholarship. Everything was
Wow.
just happened on its own. And if I tell you, Stuti, how much my parents were against this. Like my mom was
Oh,
still okay, but my dad has always been so possessive about me, and he is so, because I'm an only child, he's so this thing
okay.
about me. He was like, no, you can't go. Till the very end, he was hoping I don't get my visa. It was just like, it was a lot for him. Having whatever happened, I genuinely think as soon as I stepped foot in Nottingham, I was like, I've made the right decision. This is exactly
Wow.
what I needed to do. I just had to leave whatever was there, and on top of that also switch to a career that I feel is more purposeful and like not just about the temporary happiness. So yeah, it's a huge transition from makeup to this. In the middle, I even worked at like Malcha. It's a fine dining establishment, and I did everything in the middle. But eventually, now I'm just so happy and content with what I'm doing. That yeah, but I
Great.
think
Great.
I still might change a career. Who knows?
That's okay. That as मुझे ऐसा लगता है, as long as you are having the intention of growth, that is what
Yeah.
matters most, and you
Hmm.
are clear about that. Yeah, maybe I don't want this, but I can try something else. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's a constant process of growth, and that's okay. So coming to your research now, do you want to share about like what are you currently researching? How much deep are you going into your psychology field? So yeah, tell me more on that.
Okay, so for my research, again, I really wanted to work with kids. That's something that I had in mind since I joined the course. But it's not that easy here. You have to like really like. I mean, in India, you want to volunteer, you just show up. They give you a
Okay.
tag and you volunteer. Here, there's a
Yeah.
process. You go through DBS clearance, this and that, and so I tried doing that initially, but that didn't work out. I didn't get a job in that field related to kids. I was like, oh my god, will I ever be able to work with kids? But finally, when we were choosing our dissertation topic, luckily I got a good topic. You can mention your choices, but it's almost like a lottery. If you get your topic or not is like on God. So I did get mine finally, and I get to work with kids. And the topic that I chose is I am the main broad topic that they gave us was reading and like children and how reading impacts like children's enjoyment and how much does it matter. Because obviously, if you are intrinsically motivated to read, you're going to read more in the future as well. If you are not motivated
Yeah.
internally and it's being forced on you, you'll not read. You'll not read on your own. That is a very basic thing that people don't really understand, that you can't make someone do anything. It's supposed to be intrinsic. So we are exploring that, and on top of it, my variable for research is positive and negative emotions. That do like our age group was 4 to 11-year-olds. So will they prefer like positive emotions when they're reading, or will they prefer negative emotions? Like will they pick a book that is like, oh, about jealousy over something that's about love, and so that sort of thing. And
Okay,
right
okay,
now
got
we're in
it.
the where it's just like experiment is done, and I'm writing it up, and let's see what comes out
So
of
how
it.
much like क्या duration होती है? How much time is given to you to write? Like how is the course duration overall of this? कैसे how does it work?
So other courses are, I think, more lenient with this, but our course is a conversion course. So they're basically uh, you're doing 3 years worth of work in 1 year, and that's
Year.
a lot.
Okay.
And that's a
Hmm.
lot of
True.
work.
Got it.
So I was never free. Like the rest of like, for example, like my friends had maybe 2 classes a week, and the rest was a self study, whatever. And they had like one assignment and 2 exams and something like that. I had classes every day of the week and 2 classes each day. And then on top of that, I had assignments. I had 6 exams to write, which is crazy. In a matter of 1 week, you have to give 6 exams. And it's a lot. Like our course was really, really, really strenuous. The first 2 semesters had exams, but now since June, till September, that's the time we have to write the dissertation and to choose your topic and everything. So I would say, like, not June, actually, July till September is your dissertation period. So you have to choose your topic, you have to agree, like, your supervisor also has to agree to your topic, your research questions, and everything. And that takes some time because you obviously have to think and like work out within what you've been given and the resources allotted to you. And then after your proposal is accepted, you move on to the next stage, which is actually experimenting. And then once you're which is also have to create the experiment on a software, you have to do all of that. Once that is done and you've conducted the experiment, you move on to the next stage, which is data analysis, and you have to analyze the data. And that is a lot of math, which like had no idea about. Honestly, I was like, why is this psych degree have more maths than what I've ever done before? But that's okay, you live and you learn. And when that's done, the data analysis is done, then you start writing your results section, your discussion section, and you're given a
Okay.
month to basically submit your. There's a period, like, I think, like, I am submitting my draft on 16th of this month, and then I have time till the next 16th to submit it, like the final
Okay.
dissertation. So
Got it.
yeah,
Got it. Got it. Okay. So
eight
that's a
thousand
huge
words. So
duration.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, that's too much. That's kind of writing a book, like book se kam nahi hai.
yeah,
It's like writing a half-as book. Yeah,
yeah,
I can understand. 8,000 word is too much, too much. You can
yeah.
like consider it as a book and put it on Amazon as well. They can, they'll pay you for that. Anyways,
I'll ask if I can.
so yeah, yeah, that I can tell you the process. That's easy, very easy. You can put it on Kindle and they'll pay you for that.
Oh,
Anyways,
damn.
coming, yeah, yeah. Anyways, coming back to coming back to, so like after this is done, what are your prospects? Like you will be teaching kids or you'll be doing some more research, or like you are saying that you want to live here only. So that's another thing. So, what are the prospects after this is done? Like the research is over.
So I had no plans of staying here. Even until
Hmm.
like 2 months ago, if you asked me, I was like, I want to go back home. I'm done. I'll go back
Acha.
home. I want
Okay.
my
Okay.
comforts back. But then when the thought of leaving came and like it was like I am actually leaving, it just became too much. And I just told my parents I don't want to come back. I feel like I have to for you guys because I want to take care of you both, but I don't want to. And when I said that, I never in my life did I expect my parents to be like, yeah, yeah, stay. They were like,
Okay.
and I,
Okay.
because they were the ones who were like, don't go. And to suddenly being like, yeah,
Hmm.
stay, no, it's okay, stay. And I was like, what switched, guys? But I don't know, maybe it
Hmm.
like just worked out for me somehow, something changed their mind or whatever. But yeah, they were like, yeah, you stay, have, do your thing, give yourself the time you need and take chances. This is the only time you have. And I think that that was a very sensible thing for them to say. I never thought they'll agree to letting me stay. And I would have to put up a fight if I wanted to stay. And I was just avoiding that fight because I was like, it's not worth it. Is it worth it? Like, and then and then someone told me that like, yeah, it's worth it. It's your life. It's like
Hmm.
you should be able to live, even if you have to fight for it. If you really want to stay, stay. So,
Hmm.
but I didn't have to fight. I'm staying. I have decided to get an apartment now with my friends. And the thought of
Wow.
leaving my friends is also the main thing that actually was like, I can't go
Kind of.
back to Delhi because it's just like I have like such a good support system here. And to be honest, I never had that in Delhi. I never had such good people around me. Like I think I missed out on life because of this. Like it's just like everyone's so, maybe it's the age factor as well or whatever. Like everyone's mature or whatever, but it's just like the quality of people here and the quantity as well. It's beautiful. Like I have encountered maybe two or three bad people since I came here, and the majority has been so good, so nice to me. And yeah, I don't feel like going back. I feel at home here more than I've ever felt at home in my own house. So that's good.
That's great. That's really great. That's actually genuinely great. So good, 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 Tanvi. And like we like already talked 20 minutes हो गए हमें पता भी नहीं चला. But the point is,
Mhm.
the next thing I wanted to come was therapy. Like
Okay.
how do you think that psychology and therapy works? How do things work? And will you be happy to work with like do something like counseling with kids therapy or something like that? So tell me more on that because your page also says therapy with Tanvi. So let's talk about that
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
at the moment, if I came back to India, I would be able to give counseling sessions and do therapies because in India there's no actual regulation to like sort of assess a modality like CBT, like cognitive behavioral therapy. There is no there is no guideline to specify that you need to do this in order to give this
Hmm.
therapy. So a lot
Hmm.
of people do
Hmm.
it just like that. Like they'll just finish their masters and start doing it. And they can in India. Over here it's not like that. Over here there are regulations. If you want to become a CBT therapist, you have to have a PhD or a psych doctorate, and then you can begin that process. If I were to come back to India and I do like a diploma in CBT, I qualify to be a CBT therapist in India, and I can actually provide therapies there. But here there is a different process. So it's more elaborate. You have to go through like a lot more. Like your specialization is like your PhD. So I am not currently in a position to apply for PhDs because they will be self-funded then, and that's not something I want to do. I don't want to invest more money into a PhD right after my masters. I feel like I want to work for a few years, gain more experience in different fields, not just not. I feel like yeah, I want to work with kids at like one point, but overall it'll be better if I get more like diverse experience with adults as well and like people with disabilities and people who are going through stuff like autism. So all those things, like I really want to work with people and understand their needs before I actually become a therapist and start giving therapies, because yeah, therapies are at the end of the day a very personal thing, I feel. Yes, there is a certain procedure therapists ideally should follow, but it's also so especially in India, there is no regulation to it. So
Hmm.
I can call it CBT and do anything and you will not know.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm. Got it. Got it.
it's a struggle. Like even in India, like when I was trying to look for therapists for myself or for my peers or someone, because a lot of times people will come to me like when I was back in India also, because since I did study psych in school, and I have always been a very big advocate of mental health regardless of what field I was in. So people would be like, oh, do you know a therapist or something like that? And I was always so confused because I do think that there is a lack of good quality therapists that are available in India. I think people rely so heavily on like, oh, I did an MPhil and then I did this and then I did this and I have a PhD, so I'm a therapist. But the if you don't know a person's problems firsthand and you've not seen their struggles, I feel like you're not that the connect with there's no empathy behind you then to be doing all of that. And I don't want to be that kind of a therapist. I want to this might be controversial, but I feel like you need to know someone's pain before you actually desensitize yourself to it, and then you work towards healing them, rather than jumping straight to the deep end and being like, yeah, I'm gonna learn therapy on the go and we'll see, I'll do a diploma, I'll just start working. So I want to give myself the time as well, and I want to be able to obviously afford it as well. So both the things want I work hand in hand. But otherwise in therapies I feel like it's a I think the mental health crisis in India is so real. Like I'm sure like you've also noticed, like every comment
Yeah.
section is negative. Like I open Instagram and there is a video which I think will be really nice. It's such a good video, and the comment section
So
will be
true.
filled. like it'll be filthy, and I'll be like, damn, like you guys need help and you don't even know that you need help. Like to them, those people think that they're so advanced, but they're not, and the crisis is very visible now, right? Like uh, it's just obscene what's happening. So yeah, I think therapy is a very important thing, and that's one of the reasons why I went into this profession, because I want to create a change in mental health. And therapy is the way to go. And I feel like if you're choosing your therapy, you should do your research well, do the research of your therapist very well, make sure that they have the credentials to be a therapist, and the differentiations between counselors and therapists is obviously different. So yeah, do your research if you're going for therapy. So very complicated process everywhere, not just in India. In here as well, I feel like there are blurred lines that need to be sorted out, and there needs to be more regulations on this. But my name is
So
Therapy
that
with Tanvi because it's cute. It's like, oh, Therapy with Tanvi, and it was Makeup by Tanvi Wahi. But then I switched it because I no longer am posting makeup content, and I did lose a lot of followers when I switched the name. But that's a cost I'm willing to pay, because I no longer feel like I can do just makeup. Makeup will always be a part of my life, but it's not just that. So yeah,
hmm, got it. इतनी सारी बातें कर ली है हमने, तो let's talk a bit about spirituality too.
yeah,
How did your that journey kicked in? थोड़ा सा उस पे भी बात कर लेते हैं, and maybe we are moving towards the end, so
yeah.
we'll talk about this also. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
So I have always, I feel like my parents were very spiritual. I was also very spiritual, but in an autopilot mode. Ki, okay, fine, God, great. But then what happened was that I think a spiritual kick came towards me, and it was like life changing and life altering in a lot of ways. I realized the power of meditation. I realized that and me and Nashta have like had these deep conversations about it, and I've spoken to her in detail through her like little workshops as well, that this is like change life altering, and I saw all of that. But then when I came here, it sort of I was still like very much like in the zone that I was continuing my meditations, I was doing everything, but this like balance got finally in my life. There was some like balance with it, because I tend to overdo everything, and I think I overdid everything with spirituality as well, because I was like, oh my god, this is, oh, this also happens, and on this date this happens, and oh, this Lions Gate portal, like damn crazy. And I was overdoing it, I felt like. And then when I came here, and obviously you meet so many different people who have had spiritual experiences of so many different kinds, and people's faith is so like different in so many ways. Like
So true.
I was so like, damn, like people have a balance that I just don't. I'm like,
Mhm.
maybe yeah, I need to strike that balance, and now I think it's pretty balanced. Like
Balanced.
I still have my fights with God. Like I don't think you did this right. I'll talk to God. I'll do my thing. I'll have my prayers and everything. But it's very
Mm.
balanced now. Now it's not very this thing that every day I'm just waking up. Oh my God, what date is it today? And what's gonna happen next? And will I manifest this? Oh my God, it's not like that. It's very healthy now. But yeah, I still believe in like a
Great.
lot of spiritual magic, because I think like this year has been so tumultuous, but it
Like
has made me realize the value of like sticking to your
living.
like, yeah, your own, like your spirituality begins from you. It doesn't have to come from
You.
others. Yeah.
So true. Amazing. Last Volleybot was really amazing. So,
Yeah.
as we are towards the end of the podcast, any last notes regarding psychology or anything you want to give to listeners as a takeaway from your side, and maybe we can end it after that.
I think that the only takeaway I think from all of this will be that, as I said, like spirituality begins from you, but everything begins from you. You are
You.
the leader of your life. Take control of your life and do your thing. And even with mental health, like first like fix yourself and then think about fixing others. That's another thing that I feel like we tend to forget. We tend to be like, oh, I can fix them, but you need to just fix yourself.
You.
That's it. Yeah,
So true. That is so true. I mean, outside हम कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते. There's nothing
yeah,
that can happen outside yourself. Everything is a inner work, is a inner journey. So
definitely. Yeah,
thank you so much, Tanvi. You came to this podcast, be my guest. I'm so happy that you came in and share your deep insights. So yeah, thank you so much.
thank you so
And
much.
yeah, thank you. And on that note, we can end it right here, listeners. Stay happy, stay blessed, and most importantly, stay grateful. I will see another one. Bye.